Welcome everybody to our showroom, and today I'd like to talk to you about Pella 250 series single hand window. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, so let's start from the interior of the window first. So that's how it looks from the inside. So when we get closer, we have this single lock. I think it's optional to have two locks once the window is wider. Then we have side locks, and at the bottom we have this all the way through lift rail, and at the top we don't have any lift rail because this is a single hand window. The window comes in the white color standard, same with the locks, so they are available in white standard color, but there are a few more color choices. So this window comes in solid colors, white, almond and fossil, so it means true vinyl colors, as well as two dual color available. So basically on the outside is going to be brown or black, and on the inside is going to be white color. If you don't like the style of this lock here, there is another style available which is called auto lock. That's how it looks right here. With auto lock, you push the sash down and it locks by itself. The balance system of the window has nice balance covers on both sides. And when we look at the window right away, we can see we don't have night latches or vent latches, whatever best way you can call them. Which is, I think it's kind of sad in my opinion, because with the night latches you can open like a few inches at the bottom. Well, in case in here only at the bottom we have here the single hand window. That's how this night latches look like on the other vinyl window. So basically you can open just a few inches at the bottom and ventilate your house. Doesn't mean though that Pella 250 series doesn't have this night latches. You would have to get a double hung window, then you would get those night latches in your frame, because in here this section is so thin, so basically there is no even place to install those night latches. At the top of the window we have bottom sash stops, which I'm not a big fan of, but actually these stops, not only they stop this sash hitting the top of the frame, but at the same time these stops, they play another role as well. So the window has constant force balance system, so in case it gets bad or broken, so it's easy to remove them and replace that constant force balance system. With the blinds at the top of the window, probably you're not gonna see them that much, these stops, so I would say you can live with that. So, and because this is a single hand window, so we can operate only the bottom sash, and the top sash always stays stationary, so you cannot open it. And I mean, there are upside and downside of having the single hand window. So it's a little bit more energy efficient, because in here this section it's all fusion welded into the frame, so less air drafts happening, but at the same time it's extremely tough to maintain this type of the window. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the thickness of the frame and the sash of the window combined. So when we look at the thickness of the frame and the sash combined, we have here 3 inches, about 3 inches. The only thing what I don't like, not a big fan of, that the thickness of the sash is bigger than the thickness of the frame, so that's what it makes, it reduces the real estate of the glass of your windows. But if you have a bigger window, so that probably should not worry you, that the frame of the sash is a little bit on the thicker side. Okay, so let's have one more look for the interior of the window. So that's how it looks from the top all the way to the bottom. And we can look at the side as well. So that basically you can see how your new windows gonna look like. Okay, so now let's check it out, the exterior of the window from the top to the bottom again. The window comes standard with a half screen. Well, actually that's the only option, because keep in mind we have here Pella 250 series, and that's a single hand window. And the screen is made from rolled form aluminum, not extruded one, but the frame of the screen, I mean. But I don't think that's makes a big difference, because this screen, it just stays all the time in the bottom section of the window. The only issue with a single hand, I mean, one of the few issues with the single hand window is that to remove that screen, it takes a little bit of pain, wiggle, and trying all kinds of tricks to remove it. There is almost no screen channel here, so that's when you look at the exterior, like those some of the other vinyl windows, they have this bulky, thick screen channel. In here, it's basically like maybe a quarter of an inch sticking out to the outside. Maybe because of this is a single hand window. Okay, so we have looked at the style of the window, so now let's check it out how easy to operate, or maybe how not easy, who knows, to operate this window. Okay, so to open this window is nice and easy. Basically, we flip this lock to the side, lift the bottom sash a little bit up, and now right here we can squeeze these two locks inside, and that's how we tilt in the bottom sash. And once again, this is a single hand window, so this sash you cannot tilt in. And to clean it, I'm gonna have another video how to do it. It's a little bit of exercise how to clean the top sash of this window. So basically you can operate only the bottom sash of the window, because that's a single hand window. Okay, so once we tilt it in, we can check out the balance system of the window. And we got here a custom force balance system, which basically looks like that. That's kind of like a tape measure going up and down. Let's see if you can see it. So I'm not a big fan of this one, because this system causes a little bit more problems than block and tackle system. Okay, so to put it back the bottom sash, you do it from the reverse. Yep, here we go. So again, push it down this side here, level it so it's horizontal, and now you can close it. So basically it's not the end of the world, but definitely it's more time and more work than with block and tackle system. Okay, so now it's the time to check it out, the energy efficiency of this window, because you want the windows in your house not only to look nice and beautiful, but at the same time pay you some dividends. So let's go ahead and look at that window in energy efficiency wise. Okay, so let's tilt this sash and see how many layers of weather stripping this window has. Okay, so we have triple weather stripping, one here, here, and there. I like that. That's definitely a good sign for energy efficiency and to stop the drafts. Then in here, weather stripping as well, and interlocking meeting rail right here at the top. So, and right here we do have like a little groove. When we lock the sash, the bottom sash one, the only sash that we can actually lock it, and we push it down, it interlocks pretty much nice and tight. So I don't think any drafts are gonna happen in this section, where most of the time any drafts happening. And again, because that's a single hand right here, we don't even have any kind of moving parts, so that's pretty much solid section of the window, so no drafts there. Okay, so when we look at the outside, we have this all the way through lip, so which is, I like that. That definitely prevents a lot of air leaks, insects getting inside the house. It stops them right here. Then in here we have like a small interlocking section as well that goes on top of this lip, as well as weather stripping on the inside. So let's see how it works. Okay, so let's lock the sash and see how it works. So basically we push it down, and this meeting rail right here goes on top of this little lip and interlocks pretty much nice and tight. So I would say definitely this window is extremely energy efficient. And because if it's so tight right in here in this section, there is no way that any bugs are gonna be able to get inside the house. No need for free renters, you know. But with all this good qualities, the biggest downside, in my opinion, is right here. That's called the whip holes. So basically on both sides we have these whip holes right there. So, and right here we have this, let's see, where is that? Okay, right here, there's two cutouts, there's opening. So what happens when the window is closed and during the big huge rains, some of the water is gonna get inside, and then it is supposed to come out through these whip holes. So, and what happens with these whip holes? They get pretty much easily after some time, 5-6 years, they get clogged with spiderweb dirt, and the water stays inside the frame. You would have to clean them with a piece of wire. Just you put in like a little piece of wire in here, or with a pressure washer. So that's, that makes who wants these days to maintain his or her windows. So it's a little bit time consuming, inconvenient, and not totally maintenance free. That's the biggest downside of this window. Maybe in the future Pella is gonna update it and make like a slope seal, fusion weld, without any need for any moisture or water getting inside the window frame. When you look at the glass of the window, it's double pane glass, but Pella 250 series available in triple pane glass as well, so it comes with low E, argon gas, and there are all kind of different tints to the glass as well, so you can customize it. And one interesting thing about this window that Pella, the manufacturer, recommends to when you install this window to use 4 screws on each side. So it's 1, 2, let's see, 3, and the 4th one is here. And so basically this window is recommended, I would say required, but by Pella. When you install it, you use actually 8 screws, 4 on this side and 4 on that side. And I'm not sure why Pella requires to use these 8 screws, 4 screws on each side when you install the window, because the frame looks pretty much nice and sturdy, so it doesn't shake or anything. So and some of you may say, well, that's actually good because the window is going to be sit in the rough opening, nice and sturdy, so nothing's going to shake it, which is true. But on the other side, why would you have more holes in the frame of your window? Usually vinyl windows are more than enough. They are installed on 2 screws, 1 screw there, 1 at the top, and so basically on the sides the same thing. So it's 4 screws, more than enough. Then the foam filler on the window frame, and it gets you there. It's energy efficient and less holes in the frame. But anyway, it is a requirement by Pella to use 8 screws when you install the windows, and in particular this Pella 250 series single hung window. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw the line and see advantages and disadvantages of this window. So overall, I would say this is a good window. Like energy efficiency wise, I would say it's pretty much impressive. For the insulation, all the weather stripping at the bottom as well, like that little lip that goes covers by the tops, by the bottom sash. So it's definitely, you're not gonna see any drafts with it. Well, but on the other hand, if you have smaller windows in your house, maybe that might be not the best option because of that thickness of the frame and the sash combined about 3 inches. So you're gonna lose more glass real estate in your windows. If you have big windows in your house, there is nothing to worry about. Another thing, this constant force balance system, which is a little bit gives more problems than block and tackle system, and it's not so easy to remove the sash, put it back, like if you had the other type of the balance system. And the biggest downside of the window, I would say, those whip holes, because with other vinyl windows that have the slope seal and fusion welded, there is no whip holes. All the water flows nicely away from the window, from the house. In this case, you would have to maintain your window from time to time, like maybe every 4 years. About that, you would have to clean those sweep holes to make sure that they are not clogged. So it's not a maintenance-free window. And at the same time, if that's the most important thing for you, to have the highest energy efficient window possible, that's it. That might be an option, because with a single hung, with that heavy duty weather stripping, you can achieve it. Okay, that's about it. And if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to post in the comments below. I'll see you next time.